man says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a going dry. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you're only getting mugged if you go downtown. I live back in the woods, you see, my woman and the kids and the dogs and me. I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I can plow a field all day long. I can catch catfish from dusk till dawn. Make our own whiskey.
What's going on today, YouTube? Man, it has been a long time since I have actually sat down and had a story time. Hell, I don't even think I have done it. But today we're going to talk about the day I almost died. I got my nigga here to put in some comments if he even decides to, which I doubt he will. So, long story short, I got bit by a cottonmouth and a lot of shit happened. It was me and one of my buddies. We had just been riding around on four-wheelers all day and shit. Anyway, me and my friend had been riding around all day. No, not this one. It was the one that saved my life. I don't want to mention any names because I don't know how he feels about that. So, it was me and him, and we had been riding around on a four-wheeler all day. We had fished a little bit at a pond down the road from the house and all that shit. Then me and him got up. Back then, I used to be a fucking pyromaniac, really and truly. If you don't know what that is, it's somebody that likes to set shit on fire all the time. I mean, I just used to burn shit for no fucking reason. So, me and him get the bright idea to go down the road with the 16 by 6 trailer, 16 feet long by 6 feet wide trailer that we use for four-wheelers. We hooked it behind my four-wheeler, took it like a mile and a half down the road, and we saw a bunch of plywood and shit where somebody had gutted out the inside of a house, and it was nothing but the frame left in this house down the road. So we went and we're gonna go grab some of it and use it for a fire. We went and started picking up wood, and you know, we got a whole bunch of pieces of plywood, bunch of 2x4s, bunch of 2x8s, 2x6s, and shit like that. And we kept, by the time we got to the end, there was like a tabletop with a bunch of legs laying in the bottom. Okay, so I picked it up with my hands, threw it over in the trailer. Then there was the last piece of plywood. Okay, so the last piece of plywood is about 6 or 7 feet long, 4 inches wide, something like that. My friend, he's like, dude, get this 2x4 and raise it up. Be sure there's not a snake on there. And, you know, in my head, I was thinking like, we had been through all this fucking wood, and I ain't seen a fucking snake yet. And I just looked at him and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, we're good. I don't need to look. We're alright, we're cool. At this time, I was wearing shorts with moccasins or Cole Haans and a PFG shirt. I hadn't worn a pair of shorts since then, let's just say that. So anyway, I ran my foot up under it and I flipped a piece of wood over and then bam. Fucking cottonmouth. Bit me in the back of the ankle actually. Bit me on the back of the ankle, you know. I screamed every motherfucking cuss word in the gosh dang book. And about the time that his ass wouldn't let go, so I'm sitting there shaking my leg until he let go. So he let go, and then I planted my foot that just got bit down in the bottom of the ditch, fisting to jump out of the ditch, and his ass bites me again. Okay, at this time I'm fed up with it. I'm fucking done with it. I'm screaming bloody murder. This shit hurts like a bitch. For those who don't know, when a cottonmouth bites your fucking ass, when it bites you, it feels like somebody sticks a red hot piece of fucking metal to the back of your leg. And it feels like your skin is melting off your ass. So, I got fed up with it. I grabbed the fucking snake, ripped it out of my ankle, and threw his ass across the field. If it hadn't been for my friend, I'd be here, most likely. But his ass threw me on the back of the four-wheeler, hauled ass home. I called my dad. No, I called my mom first, and she didn't answer, so I called my dad, and I said I got bit by a every cuss word in the book, snake. And he told me to get my ass to the house. So I did. And they took me to the emergency room at the hospital. They didn't have any antivenom. All they had was a shit ton of morphine, and that shit made me feel good. So they didn't have any antivenom. They told me that they were gonna call in a helicopter, and I had to get airlifted from where I am now to Jackson, Mississippi, which is a long ass fucking ways.
45 minutes in a helicopter.
It was a 45-minute ride in a helicopter versus a 2.5 to 3 hour ride by car. So anyway, I got there. I got off. They landed on the roof. They took me into the. Believe it or not, they took me in the ICU because I don't fucking know. And on the way in there, I was slipping in and out of consciousness, and I saw some very fucked up shit that I don't want to talk about to y'all. So anyway, they got me in there. They shot me full of a bunch more morphine. I had a panic attack. Couldn't breathe really. So they really they overdosed me on morphine. Then they finally got the antivenom mixed up, and then they shot me full of antivenom. They gave me 6 vials of antivenom. Then they put me in a room on the other side of the hospital, and I slept. Not well, not good at all, but I slept. I had fucking IVs hanging out of my arms and wrists and hands and shit, getting tangled up and stuff like that. I couldn't even go to the fucking bathroom. I had to piss in a goddamn tray on the fucking bed because every time I got out the bed, the blood would pool to the bottom of my leg and it hurt like a bitch. And they sent me home way too fucking early. And they sent me home the day after I got bit. Worst decision ever. It didn't look good for the hospital. I got home, I was relaxing. I had my leg propped up, and I'd gotten home. I was eating supper, and then my leg started hurting really, really bad, and it swelled up. I shit you not, my leg was like 6 inches bigger around than what normally is, all the way from my tips of my toes to where my hip is. So I told my mom, like, Mom, it really hurts. It ain't getting no better, and it's just getting worse. And she said, okay, well, I'll talk to your dad and we'll see what we got to do. Well, they took me to the hospital in my town, and they said that there was a big possibility that I was getting compartment syndrome. And for those of y'all that don't know what compartment syndrome is, what it is there's really all it is that it's blood built up, blood and pressure and a whole bunch of shit built up in your leg, and if you don't get rid of it, your leg will bust open like a fucking balloon. They were talking about having to cut me from my hip down to my ankle to let off some of the pressure, and so they got me in an ambulance and rushed me back to the fucking hospital in an ambulance, and the goddamn paramedic that was supposed to be watching me and making sure I was okay fell asleep. I'll throw a picture of it up right here. Thinking about it now, I should have reported his butt, but he was real cool. He was a cool guy. They got me in the hospital, shot me up with 6 more vials of antivenom. So I stayed there for about 3 or 4 days after that, just so they could watch me. And I ended up leaving the hospital with 12 vials of antivenom and a shot. No, the doctor said I almost had like 3 gallons of morphine in my system, but I don't think it was that much. But anyway, so they got me fixed up, and they sent me home, and a week after I could actually get on my feet. I could actually walk around a little bit. And the day after I started walking normally, I got on my 4-wheeler and I wrecked it. I totaled my fucking front end off the side of a goddamn culvert that was like 15 foot deep. So why I'm still here, I don't fucking know, but I have actually calmed down a good bit because I've had so many near-death experiences that I'm still wondering why I'm alive. But yeah, it was a colorful event, but just a little life lesson, y'all. Don't ever take advantage of your life. You never know what life holds for you. I'm still here. I have a purpose of being here. What the purpose is, I have no idea, but I'll find that out one day. I guess that's gonna do it for me, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe Deuces.